Reunited, and it feels so good. The three of us are back here to talk about Days of Our Lives, coming up next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Why, hello, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. I'm just full of, glitz and glitter
Love
today.
and light.
Yes. I'm your host, Tony Moore. I'm back, bitches! I can't really say that because James Lott Jr. isn't here, but I stole it.
It's copyrighted.
I stole it. Well, even if he trademarked it, my initials are still on there, so it's fine.
Yeah. Tony Moore. TM. Trademark.
You got it. You got it. Wait, did I say I'm Tony Moore? Yep, that's me. And I'm joined by my wonderful, talented, handsome, debonair
You must have been gone for a while.
She's been drinking.
I did have a little. No, I'm just kidding.
A little sangria.
Just high on life and days.
I don't believe that for a second.
Not one word of it.
Not one word.
Well, I'm just excited because I get to force Mark into talking about a beloved character of his this week.
Hi guys, I'm Mark J. Freeman here at DISHIN Days. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be in the chat room, so chat with me.
And of course we have
Matthew Evan Paine.
Oh, and it's so good to be back. I'm sorry I was
Aaron
gone
Brody's
for so
happy
long.
you're back.
Oh, thank you, Aaron Brody.
One person.
Oh, is that why you're in the chat? You're gonna count how many people are happy to see me?
Someone
So
just
mean.
said, wait, Tony shaved?
No, I have
he's got scruff.
I have my facial hair. It's
He's got
just
scruff.
it's real light though. It's real light. So if you are tuning in live, hello and welcome, and don't forget to follow us on all social medias. We are at _DISHIN Days on Twitter and DISHIN Days on Facebook and Instagram. So make sure you tune in. All right. So what did we think about this week of days, everyone?
I liked it.
I did too.
I did like it. I did.
Okay, so I have to admit, when I'm gone for a while, I think I just stopped watching. So I had to catch up on 3 weeks worth of days.
So, that's a lot. That's a task right there.
It is a task. But you know what? You know what was so great about it is that I was so tuned in because I was just like, ooh, ooh, and I kept wanting to watch. So
That's a good sign.
before I knew it, I was finally, caught up, and I was on this week, and I was just like, oh, okay, yay, so it was good. I liked it because as before,
Right.
girl,
Right. Girl.
you might as well just had
Girl.
girl. You might as well just have girl. You might as well just have pizza rolls just sponsor the whole thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot Alexis
No, it's
is
okay.
in
I
the
just
booth.
wanted to be part of the group for just that part.
Girl.
No,
Girl.
we always have to, girl. We always have to include you, Alexis.
Aw, thanks,
and of
guys.
course, we'll be including you fans later on in our show where we open up the phone line so that you guys can tell us what you thought about this week of days. So,
I still think it's funny that we got Christopher Sean to say girl.
girl. Oh, me too.
Girl.
Me too. I really wish they would do it on the show though, but they won't.
They're getting into it though.
We'll talk about that. Let's just go right into it.
Okay.
It is
All right.
now time to start
DISHIN Days.
Dun, dun, dun. Very
So,
dramatic.
yeah, so dramatic when you do that.
Oh, look at all the names.
I know. I mean, this is over a year of just wonderfulness.
Yeah.
Love it.
I have no idea what we're going to do with this.
Well, we still have more names to get, too.
Louise
true.
Sorrell,
Ugh.
Jen
You
Lilly.
can start having people sign the actual
Allie
support
Sweeney.
teams.
No, they actually have already
I think
started doing
someone
that.
actually
Started.
did sign
Yeah.
one of them.
Because I noticed that's the only thing that's kind of bare.
And there's still
Yes.
room on the glass as well.
It's
Yeah.
bad. It's bad though, because
Rachel. Does that say Rachel?
Robert Wilson, maybe?
see, that's the part where we totally forgot who's.
They know, but they know, because when
Yeah.
they come back,
Oh.
they go, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Rebel Wilson.
You said Rebel Wilson.
For her
I'm so
2
done.
seconds on Days of Our Lives.
Okay, so let's start with
Oh!
what?
Since you weren't here last week, we just wanted to say we loved your flower outfit.
Did you see that, Tony?
Okay.
I sent it to him.
Okay, so Mark sent it to me, but a couple of days later, another fan tweeted me and was like, "Is this you in the back?" And it was a guy in a blonde wig with some maybe Trojan toga thing on, and I'm like, "Girl, no, that's not." That's not me either.
Not me.
It's not me. But what's funny is that costume that you tagged me in, the one in the all green and
Was
all
it
that.
a sunflower?
I think it was just a flower.
Yes.
It was a sunflower.
Well, if you guys remember, the episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when he was trying to
Yes,
graduate
that's what
high
I was
school?
thinking of.
That's what it was.
Ah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but it was not me though. First of all, let me tell you, with all this body, there's no way in the world I'd be able to pull that off.
Did you didn't watch our recap? Because I put it up and told people it was you.
That's why I was wondering if you saw the after show.
He must not have seen it.
I was so busy catching up on all episodes of Days of Our Lives.
You can watch
that
it another time.
I'll be sure to tune in. Actually, no, I
You
did.
use it for your reel.
Okay, so, oh my gosh, you guys are a mess. Let's start
All right.
with the jaw-dropping moment of Days. At least it was for me.
Okay.
This storyline, the Chloe Nicole Deimos storyline.
Okay. But
Girl.
who said
I know. I
know.
was just thinking
Who
that.
said
I was just thinking
from the
that.
moment we found out she was pregnant,
Yes.
and I was going to go on and try and find the actual episode
You said
I
that from
said
the
it.
old writing regime.
Because I said, as soon as they started talking about Chloe's pregnancy, they kept talking about how Nicole can't have kids. And as soon as I heard that, I said, somehow this baby is going to end up being Nicole's.
And I
said that.
was like, that's a little far-fetched.
Yeah.
And then insert the flashback scenes.
Wait, which were shot
Recently. Yes. Because
Chloe was about to pop.
yeah, well, yes, but also Sean Christian had the
Longer hair.
wolf of a hair
Right.
Yeah.
as opposed to what he's been rocking now. But I will say it was
And Ari had the side sweep, which she's rocking right now in the flashback. I'm like, style her hair differently.
well, they couldn't because they're just like, okay, so we have to somehow figure this out. Sean, can you come in for some quick flashback scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they had to do it like that, which, I like that moment where Chloe was just kind of like, okay, here's how it happened. And then they took us back.
What I don't like though is how she was like, how could I be pregnant a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah.
and now it's coming to light.
Well, but I can understand that because you're like, well, if he's not the father and we were pretending it was going to be him, how could I be pregnant because I haven't had sex with anybody?
Yeah.
And then it takes a day to go, oh my God, could
took.
it possibly be that they were wrong about that in the fertility clinic and that I'm actually pregnant with her kid? So
Yeah.
I do kind of,
Yeah.
I'm going to defend it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was with it too. Especially when they put it together in the flashbacks. I was like, okay, girl, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Because at first I was like,
I just feel like it was a lot of work to get there.
but thank God they put in the work.
Thank God they got there.
It could have been a phone call.
I did see in the chat room, but I was just looking through it before we started, and there were several people, actually, I was quite surprised, that are not thrilled
Oh, about
with the storyline.
Really?
And that it is Mr. Jonas's baby. Dr. Jonas.
I just like that again.
DJ of DJ.
DJ where?
I love that you said Daniel Jonas.
I didn't. I said Dr. Jonas.
Oh, whatever. It was close. I just like the fact that there's a slight twist to this storyline because it could have just ended up being Deimos, and then we would have had this triangle between Chloe, Deimos, and Nicole. But I like that all of a sudden it was like, no. And then it also kind of introduces, because this has been going around a lot, the fact, in vitro and women, having trouble getting pregnant. And I love that they've kind of incorporated that.
I don't. I mean, you know how I feel about that particular character.
Who?
And that we should turn the page on it. I'm just like, unless we can take this story down another road, prediction, that maybe it isn't Daniel's, that somehow another person's sperm ended up in this petri dish that ended up inside Chloe, which
Oh,
is
God.
very soap opera-esque. So I'm keeping my finger crossed for that.
It's
that it
Victor's.
somehow ended up being Eric's
It's
or
Victor's.
something. You know what I mean?
Victor.
Because it's like we're not bringing him back. I mean,
No.
it's pretty clear that character's can't come back. He doesn't
Right.
have a heart, so that's going to be a tough one.
Right.
So why even bother making that his kid?
I think it's like.
I'm just saying.
But I think it also shows just how they didn't let him just die off because.
Mark's greatest wish.
Right. Because Nicole kept, even bringing him up. And there was a point where we were even like, okay, girl, you got to somehow move on. And I don't know. I think it's just. I don't know. It's it's a happy, sad moment because, you know, you're happy that Nicole still does have a little piece of Daniel now with her, but she has this love for Deimos.
But how cool would it be, and how, like, what a great story would it be that the guy that killed her love is the baby daddy, Eric. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Who should be writing it, Days?
You would be a great contribution to the writing staff at Days.
He chose that word.
Contribution is the perfect word for that, because had Mark been head writer,
Yeah.
Lord knows what Billy Flynn would be doing.
There'd be a lot more of Billy, less clothing. Don't even get me started on Zorro.
They need that.
I agree
Yes.
100%. And I might even give you a couple Greg scenes.
We didn't
Eric.
see
Sorry, for those of you, I was using his real name.
Vaughn. We didn't see Daquan.
Oh, not the Hope eyebrow.
That was a Hope eyebrow.
That was definitely a
Put
Hope
that on the
eyebrow.
reel. That goes on the reel.
That definitely goes on the reel.
On the acting reel.
Yeah.
And yes, Daquan, I did see the tombstone, and that Daniel James Jonas, we have the same middle name.
Oh, look at that! Now that was to the writers there. They were like, oh, okay, you don't like him? You don't like him? All right.
It would have been funny though if it was like Daniel Lorraine Jonas. Spelled like I spell it. Then I'd be like, okay, touche.
Okay, touche. Gotcha.
And you can find him on all social media.
Right, exactly.
So,
Questions
Go
for
ahead.
you.
me?
Yeah.
Yes.
When they went to New York, when Philip and Deimos went to New York and they visited Nancy, and then they used the same set the next day to be in Salem.
Did they?
Say it again.
The set, the New York set, ended up being a Salem set, the exact same
Yeah.
set.
What was the
Yeah.
Salem set?
What was the Salem set?
I do know what I remember. I don't remember. I mean, I remember seeing it and thinking, oh, they didn't really change that much of it.
Oh,
but, yeah.
they didn't change any of it.
Oh.
I think they might have added a menu.
Yeah.
A different menu?
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was.
But I will say this, again, in defense of that, is that...
Daquan just wrote, I missed it. What did Matthew say about me? Something about Vaughn? Yes, about Greg Vaughn.
Oh boy.
I do like that we're seeing different sets. They're at least trying to not just have everything happen in the Kyriakis house and the Demira. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
In the
Yes.
Demira shoebox.
Which is going to change too, I think.
Can't
Yes.
wait to
that's what
see the full room
Andre,
again.
Andre, I almost said that's what Andre said. That's what Teo said.
Get it right, Mark J. Freeman.
Teo and Lauren.
Speaking of the New York scenes, because we jumped ahead, there was all that business
Yeah.
of Philip, of Nicole telling Deimos that Deimos was the father, and then finding out that he wasn't the father because, you know, jaw-dropping moment. But I love that Patrika Darbo
Yeah.
is back as Nancy,
Yeah.
and still as feisty and fiery as ever. She basically looked at Deimos and was like, look,
Yeah.
I'm not scared of you, and I'm not gonna tell you nothing. So if you trying to come for me, bring it.
It was funny, my
My
husband...
money would be on her, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, mine would too.
My husband even said, I haven't seen her before. Has she been on the show for a while?
He's
And
a
I said-
closet fan of
I
Days
know,
of Our
right?
Lives.
Yes.
And I said, well, she used to be on the show a lot more. She came back. They have seen her daughter's on the show now, so she's coming back to do some scenes. And he's like, oh, I was gonna say because I haven't seen her before.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
But
funny.
I hope that wasn't all we
I
That
don't
was
know.
it.
I
That
think
couldn't
it might
be it.
I think that might be it.
that little
See,
blurb.
I hope she comes to Salem to mess some stuff up.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
I don't know. And you know what though? Even if that is all she's on for, wouldn't you rather them do something like that than have like a scene with Chloe and like Tony? Boring.
Like me, Tony?
I thought you meant
Are you
Demira.
referring to me? Are you talking about
I'm just
me?
saying, like, yeah, I was.
Are you talking about me?
I was referring to you, but I was saying, like, wouldn't you rather it be somebody that we know that we love from the
I
show?
still don't know how he incorporated you into that.
he just wanted to
Well,
throw
because I was
shade.
gonna say, or some just random person to have a scene
Like
with her
Tony.
to fill the scene,
Right.
Like, and then you popped in
that
as
hurt. That
random
hurt
filler.
me for you.
Well, you know what?
I think
Sticks
random
and
filler,
stones.
and I think Tony Moore.
I won't tell you what I think when it comes to you.
Oh, say it.
Say it, girl.
Girl.
But with them bringing Nancy back like that, let's travel back to the many of times that they've had huge events and funerals and things like that, and we've been like, why are such and such, such and
That's
such
what I'm
coming in?
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I liked her scenes with Philip. Mm-hmm. I liked it all.
And
I liked it all.
She had a cougar moment with Philip. She was like, just as
Look
handsome as
good,
ever.
yeah.
And I was like, Nancy Wesley.
Girl.
He's so handsome.
She
JP?
is living in her moment.
She's at Runyon every other hour.
Is he here yet?
She's like this. You know what? You know what Matthew does? Matthew stands like in the spot where they met, and just with the spray bottle, just the spray to make it seem like he's
Like
been
I've been
running for a
running
while. And then he just so happens, and it's like, oh JP, you're doing the DeLorean again. I shall join you.
And then I go to the grocery store to stock Guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Guy, in
What
the
are you
same
doing
aisle
here?
again. What are you, my stars? What are you doing? here?
Meanwhile, security's like, Mr. Paine.
That security's like, he's not here today, Mr. Paine.
The grocery store security department is actually more effective than the Salem Police Department.
Probably at this point. So that was pretty much that storyline.
And Nicole bringing Deimos to Chloe.
Oh,
Chloe was like, "Oh, you're a terrible friend.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst possible thing you could have ever done."
she was literally like, oh, okay, so girl, okay, let me translate it from soap opera
It's true.
script to like real life script. It's more like, oh girl, you got a new man now, so therefore y'all just attached at the hip. Y'all like Velcro now. All of a sudden, wherever you go, he go. I told you that I wanted to talk to you by yourself, and here's your man. You know what? I'm not talking to you. You're not a good friend. Scene.
You lost me.
I actually was totally with that.
Yeah,
See?
no, I
And it was
agree.
true.
Yeah.
And the thing though was that Deimos wasn't leaving to let them talk.
Yeah.
Until that one stupid moment when he was like, "I'm gonna check to make sure they're not tampering with the
Oh
sample."
my God. I'm like, Deimos.
I was like, "No one's
girl.
messing with your
Girl.
sample."
It's like you are. you know what? At that moment, you know who they should have cast? Maury, to come in with the lab results and say, Deimos, you are not the father. I would have loved that.
Maury Povich. I kept thinking, I was like, is there a character Maury? And
I was thinking Maury was the doctor who was like, "I'm leaving." You remember he
Yeah.
gave the original results?
That's what I thought at first.
The one that
too.
was like,
I was
look,
like,
if you don't believe me, here you go.
Yeah,
I don't have time
I gotta
for this.
go.
I
Yeah.
gotta refill, but
Yeah.
I can't do it on here.
Oh, I thought you were stepping out to.
Can't show the
Mark, what kind of shenanigans are you doing to Matthew?
I want more too, actually.
I told you it was.
I'm just refilling.
Do you have
and
more?
I can't show the no.
so
Selfish.
rude. So selfish.
I'm back.
And that was pretty much
That's
that. Yes.
Yep. Next.
All right. So,
That's gonna be my new thing. Next.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
Okay.
We're looking forward to it.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Next.
Orpheus, Marlena, and Kayla. Okay, so that storyline has come to an end. How did,
Well, we thought that last week too. Never
Okay.
say never.
okay, so because I binge watched and I wasn't here. Like I understand we just had Halloween and and sometimes you really can't recognize people, when they're in costume. Girl.
She recognized him though.
Who did?
Marlena.
When?
Marlena
Did
had like a.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could tell she was kind of like, familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when,
You're the guy who tried to kill me
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah,
But
put it in.
when he was like, you two blonde ladies, I would have said, not I, said the cat. Not me.
Well, you're not blonde.
It's just all sorts of shady.
Just say.
I would have said, not me.
Not me.
And then all of a sudden, like, the lights are out and then they're kidnapped. I'm like, oh my God.
But here's
So-
what I want now. See, this is me. I'm going into writer mode.
Is this your contribution?
I'm going into writer
Contributor.
mode.
Okay.
I'm contributing. This is
Okay.
my contributing editor at Days of Our Lives.
Go.
I want now Orpheus's kids to come to Salem, but we don't know that they're his kids. They're just these
To
new people
seek
that come,
revenge.
and they maybe have something with Belle or Stephanie or something. one of Kayla's kids,
Yes.
or one of Marlena's kids.
Yes.
So that they're kind of develop a relationship, and then we find out that it's like to get back at them for killing their
Yes.
father, and they become. How cool would that be?
That would be interesting. Are his kids old enough to be in?
Well, they can be now.
in the Belle.
We can't. It's
Chloe,
daytime,
like,
girl.
group?
It's daytime. It's daytime.
You know who we need? We need a bad girl.
In that group.
Yeah.
In the
In the
younger
age
group.
range.
In the
Yeah.
in the
Theo-
middle. No, the Bell range.
Oh, the Bell
Bell
range.
range.
Because
yeah.
Teresa's
There's that-
not bad anymore. Chloe's not bad anymore. Nicole's not bad anymore. None of the bad girls are bad.
We need
I
some
think
people
Lorraine
to
Love
come in
needs to
and.
come to town.
Oh, girl.
I don't think they have a dressing room big enough.
No, they
No.
don't.
No. I
I've
don't-
gotten changed in a U-Haul. I can do it. Just pull it up to the back door. I'll get it coming in and out of the U-Haul.
Sometimes that's how she looks.
And then I drive it through Jack in the Box.
I'm right behind you, girl.
See,
Yeah, but
everyone's
that's
saying
true.
that they like my idea too.
What?
About
I think
the
you-
Orpheus's kids, because someone
Yeah.
else wrote too. They would actually Carolyn Topol said she would love to see Orpheus. I want Orpheus's kids there, but there I do believe Carolyn said, "Me too, Mark. I was thinking the same thing." Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah,
That would be neat.
yeah, Carolyn. I would love to see Orpheus's kids.
How did you? Okay, so we were very excited about the Orpheus Clyde Xander storyline. Now that it's over, how do you guys feel about it?
I miss Xander.
Well, he'll be back, obviously.
Of course.
There's at some point he's going to come
If
back.
you could only
You're
see
like, that's not what I meant.
if you could only see the sadness in Matthew's face, he was just like, I miss Xander. it was literally
More than Eric?
sincerely so sad.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, never. But okay, so this is how I feel. I really enjoyed it, but then I felt like their plans weren't going through, and then the end of it, I was just kind of like, oh, good. But then I was just kind of like, I don't know if they could have done more. And I find it funny that the stupidest one of them all is the one that got away.
Well, I don't know that he was the stupidest.
Well, he wasn't
of
stupid,
the-
but he was in that clan of three.
Right.
He was portrayed
He was
as
the
like
weakest link.
Just the body of it. You know what I mean? Like he didn't really have any
Yes,
gust
he was.
to-
Yeah.
but then that whole twist with Deimos and Xander and okay.
Overall, though, how would you say that actual storyline? How would you rate it?
But on a scale of 1 to 10,
A, B, C, D, F.
we're doing A through F.
Yeah, like in school.
Oh.
You get an A, B, C, D, C plus, C minus.
B minus.
Yeah.
The handling of the storyline.
Yeah.
The
minus?
the ending. The ending to me was kind of a failure.
Which one? Orpheus.
Orpheus.
Okay.
Well,
What do you say? B minus.
And what? Clyde's locked up, right?
Clyde got caught.
Yeah.
Xander got away. We
Orpheus
thought Orpheus
was dead.
was
but he's
dead,
not.
but then he came back.
How
And-
about torment someone? Like, I don't think that tormenting Marlena and Kayla or what he's
Like
doing
it was
to them
long
is.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought when he kidnapped Kayla and Marlena, I thought that was going to go on a little bit longer. You
Yeah.
know, and it's funny because we'll say, "Oh, it dragged on too long."
Yeah.
I know we can't win for losing, but I don't know.
I don't think that having them standing up in. Were they coffins?
Yeah,
Okay, they've done the coffin thing.
I thought that actually when they did, I was like, "Oh, we're going coffins again."
Yep, standing
Real
up
days.
in the coffins, gasoline, smoke. It was too much, and I don't think it's going to be one of those storylines that we are going to be talking about in 20 years, like we are with Marlena being possessed or Vivian burying Carly.
Although Orpheus did get that one line in with Marlena and was like, I think, did Marlena tell him to go to hell? And then he was basically like, girl,
Yeah.
you should be one to talk about going to hell. Weren't you like possessed by the devil? Weren't you the devil?
Yes,
I was
that
like,
funny. Yeah, that was funny.
Right, but that's him still talking about that storyline.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, B minus for overall storyline, failure for the
You say B
for
minus
the
also?
ending.
Yeah.
You guys write in the chat room what grade you would give it.
Yeah.
A, B, C plus, C minus, D, fail, whatever you think. I'm just curious to see what you guys thought. And somebody just wrote in the chat room. I've been watching too because I've been wondering which scene it was. I guess that scene with John and Steve was the scene that John Drake actually has injured himself. That scene we saw this week, someone just wrote in the chat room that was the scene that he injured himself when they charged the door to come in and save Marlena.
Oh yes.
Because now that they're saying that, you don't see really John after that.
Yeah.
He rushes the door and then you never see him again.
What day was that? Do you remember?
And then Roman comes to Marlena in the hospital.
Right.
He sends Roman to check on her.
Yes.
Oh wow. He really hurt himself.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
He's been like not working for a while.
He's
I think he's back now.
Yeah, he's back now, but like he really injured himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Drake.
Okay, let me see here. I'm getting some grades.
I do.
See, D minus, Taylor
Oh,
Jones.
someone
I
said
see
C minus.
C. D. Oh, it keeps
C.
popping back. B.
Probably a C or lower on the villains. I really
D.
wanted
C.
to love that story.
I don't see any A's.
A minus. Only because they got rid of them all. We need a long-term bad guy. Diane.
B for
Lee.
story, C plus for ending. You know what I would have liked is if once Orpheus kidnapped Marlena and Kayla, for him to seek revenge the way, because his wife was just shot by accident, right?
Orpheus's.
Yeah,
I do believe.
yeah. Like
I do believe.
I kind of wanted to maybe him go that route rather than the whole coffin thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to have maybe, because I feel like maybe it happened on a boat or something like that. Maybe just recreate that whole thing, but insert Marlena and Kayla. If that makes sense. All right, moving on.
I agree that we need a long-term bad guy.
Yeah.
You know who I think I might like to see be the long-term bad guy? Mark?
Who? Me?
Chad.
Oh no. He's not gonna be a bad guy. No.
Would you want to see him in a bad guy role?
No.
Because it runs in the blood.
No.
What was that?
No.
What do you think?
Chad as a bad guy? I think he's so established as like not wanting to be a true
He's
DiMera.
the good. Yeah, he's like the Tony of when Tony and Andre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Not
like
the
how
more
do you do
junior.
that?
Not the more junior,
Yeah.
but the Tony Andre. Yes. Andre.
Oh, and then I think Mark should introduce this last storyline.
Rope. Next.
Oh, next. Hope, Rafe, and Andre.
Okay. I will say this about it. I'm intrigued to see where this is gonna go, since she's admitting it and stuff. And again, I don't really read any of the spoiler stuff anymore, so I don't know where it's gonna go. Don't write it in the chat room either if you already know. That's intriguing to me. Other than that, I don't really. I just don't care.
You know what annoyed me? Hearing,
What annoyed you, Tony?
Hearing in the Horton Town Square over and over again, I killed Stefano. I killed Stefano. I killed Stefano.
Good.
I killed Stefano. I was like, oh my God, someone stop it.
And Sierra, grow up.
Oh yeah, the whole.
Grow up.
I mean, okay, so okay.
I will say this. Of all the scenes with Hope, hands down the best.
Oh, with
Chad.
her and Chad, yeah.
Hands down the best.
Yes.
Hands down.
I'm glad you're not biased, though.
Not
Well,
at all.
you know what? I'm going to agree.
Billy, you owe me $20.
I'm going to agree because if you think back, there was that moment where Chad asked Hope if she killed Stefano.
Yes.
And she looked in his eyes and said no. And so I think right then there was some trust established, and also when he brought up like, oh, the Horton family and how good, and Thomas is a part of it, and I felt great to be a part of it, and then to kind of feel betrayed in some sort. Like that was a really good moment where Hope was just kind of like, oh my God, like I do feel bad, because we as viewers are like, who cares? Stefano terrorized these people like forever. It was bound to happen. But then you see the effects of like Theo, missing his grandfather, Chad.
I did like that.
Yeah.
I did like that because this is the one thing we've talked about this too. I love that they're talking about the families.
Yes.
Because I didn't connect the dots that Sierra's mother killed Theo's grandfather.
Yeah.
And when they said that, I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And I also liked, although somebody in the chat room said that they didn't like this, I did kind of go, okay, touche, I'm going to give you that, was when Rafe goes after Chad, and he kind of turns it on him and he says, what about Abby? What would she, you know,
with Ben and all that kind of
everything,
stuff?
and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna give you props for that, because you just kind of made him go, okay, now I might have to look at this differently.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it's not, and they're not, because, you know, sometimes they'll do that kind of stuff. They'll just be like, you shouldn't be upset, and then all of a sudden they're just not upset.
Yeah.
But they gave a legitimate reason to, let's think about this for a
That
second.
was good.
Yeah, I like that.
That was good,
So,
girl. That was good.
Racy loved that too.
Girl, that was good. Yeah. I mean,
Racy.
I'm happy that that whole
Cut her
like
slack.
Aiden blackmailing Hope thing. I'm glad that went away, because it's like, so every time she says no, are you gonna like play the confessions and make her do it? Like, oh girl, I wouldn't have been able to endure all that.
Girl.
Like that would have been
that's
too
true.
much.
No, it would have been way too much.
Yeah, way too much. And so I like that I like that.
Put the dress on. Meet me.
Right, and then it's, no, I killed Stefano. Okay.
Yeah.
Like no one wanted to see that.
Then
all
she
the
comes
time.
up and she's dazzling.
Right. And I like the fact that Andre explained how he got the tape, because I automatically thought Aiden gave up, but he was like, since you don't want to be with me, fine. And he gave it to Andre, but Andre actually stole it from Aiden's hotel room.
Computer. Yeah, remember? Because there was that scene. We actually
That's
did
right.
see that.
Yeah.
We saw him in Aiden's room on the computer and stuff. So
It's
we did.
remarkable how much ground they cover.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
how they go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark knows all about that, being in the writer's room as a
That's
contributor.
right. It is. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. All the bad stuff
You must
was
be
not my
exhausted.
idea.
You're a hard worker.
I am very hard
Yeah.
worker.
So I'm like you, Mark. I'm curious to know like what is going to happen with Hope, and now that it's been confessed and everything like that. What?
Yeah.
Confessed.
Confessed. Now that it's been confessed and things like that, like I'm just kind of wondering what's going to
Confessing.
happen.
It was the
my God,
confession.
Girl, she confessed to killing Stefano.
Sierra is my favorite. Some Gisela Erickson.
Yeah.
She's. I don't know if I'm just getting used to her. She's not bothering me as much as she used to. I don't know.
I mean, she's there, so we're getting used to her.
Yeah.
And that's it, right?
That's the main. Yeah, those are the three main.
And that's it.
So let's get into some tidbits.
I get
I
number
have
two.
a lot. I'll
Okay.
take number one.
Go ahead.
Teresa, Brady, and Mateo.
I didn't know Jen Lee spoke Spanish.
And beautifully.
I was like,
oh,
you
hey.
go, girl.
Yes.
You go,
Yeah.
girl.
That was 3 snaps.
That was 3 snaps.
Uh-oh.
That was 3 snaps.
Uh-oh, hopefully
It's not.
it's
It's
still-
not my 3
Okay,
snaps.
okay.
But it is 3 snaps.
That
Yeah.
was Tony Moore's 3 Snaps Award. Sorry, now you can't do it. You need some water?
Got it, girl.
Oh, okay. Look at
No,
I was offering you my water.
I
wouldn't have taken it
ran
back.
and-
But
I ran and grabbed Tony his water before
I'm
the
like-
He
show.
did. He
I'm
did.
like-
You were like, while you're up.
Yeah. I mean, since you're going to get your popcorn, girl, go ahead and give me some water. What?
Sierra's Daquan said Sierra isn't bothering you because she's hardly on, Mark.
That's funny.
True. Touche, Daquan.
All right, so-
I do like her though.
Who?
I like Vivian.
Vivian.
Giovanni.
Yeah.
I like her. I'm happy to have her around. I don't always love Sierra, but I love Vivian.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, what about
So
Teresa, Mateo,
let's
and
Teresa.
Brady?
Yeah, sorry, I sidetracked us.
Well, I'm just going to say it. I'm
it.
thoroughly disappointed.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't
We're
know
disagreeing on that today.
if I missed, because there was a point that I didn't watch Days for a bit. I don't know, is Mateo really a character that we ever saw, or is
No,
this
no.
all just?
This is
No,
all.
this is all just
camera.
kind of
I hate it.
came into fruition.
I wish that it were somebody that actually had a beef with Teresa that we saw on screen that wants to ruin her, and I think that she's going out without a fight, and I'm disappointed by the whole storyline.
I will say, because I watched the preview for next week, I think that it's an interesting way for Teresa's storyline to go.
Okay.
I just think that Teresa's...
I think it's because okay, so when we get into these situations, I think we automatically think like, oh, and I mean it's no secret Jen Lilly is leaving the show, and she's
Right.
kind of nearing the end of her reign, and we've all been thinking like, okay, how is she gonna leave?
Yes.
And I think this is gonna be a unique way to see a character leave, and even with the way that she explained to Kim and Shane, like, I'm just gonna go with it, but I'm gonna help you bring them down. So it's just kind of like, okay, girl. So let's see.
I think I would be more upset if she just was like tucking her tail between her legs and going with him. But because I feel like she's still being Teresa, and that I'm gonna go, and this is going to be one of the hardest things I've ever done, but I have to save my family, and I'm going to help you still take him down. That I like.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, and we'll see. And again, I don't know what's going to happen next week. I have not seen the thing, the teaser for next
It's just
week
kind of
yet,
seeing how it's going to unravel, because if you think about it,
and I loved seeing Kim and Shane.
yes, and Patsy P's that hair girl.
It is.
We almost had a disaster this week.
Oh boy, girl, can you?
Yeah. Hey, Alexis, can I send you a photo?
Oh, Alexis fell asleep. So
Sorry, my dog was running around, but yes.
Okay, I'm sending you a photo.
I feel like this storyline. I feel like the storyline makes sense because when Teresa went to Victor and was like, "Please help me," and Victor was like,
I can't.
Girl, I can't help you. Like, he's more powerful than me. And Teresa was like,
Oh, you can't.
You can't. You can't help me.
Yeah.
Like, because we see Victor as like,
I love that
almighty.
scene.
And
loved that scene.
Victor
and
is
how
like,
hard was it for her to go to him
Yeah.
and say all that?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And so I feel like she feels like if she has no other option than to, for this time period, give Brady up and really try to get rid of Mateo.
Yeah. Well, and other thing that I liked about it too is that it kind of takes, it's like it's like, I feel like sometimes it's like a real life thing is every time you think you've moved on and things are better, your past comes to bite you in the butt.
Yes.
And I was intrigued when Blanca's ex or whoever saw her and was like, "You're never gonna believe this here." I was like, oh, what is going on here?
Oh, yeah.
Like and you know
Yeah.
me.
You know it was like that,
It was
too.
literally like
Yeah.
that. My dogs were like, "What the?"
Yeah. Because I thought it was Brady.
Yeah.
I
When
thought
he
it was
looked,
Brady, yeah. And then I was like, when he was like, Teresa, I was like, what Teresa got to do with this?
Yeah.
But then it also, if you think about it, it explains why Teresa was the way that she was when she first got to Salem.
I just don't think this story does any favors for the evolution of Teresa's storyline.
Just wait and see.
All right.
We'll see.
Just wait. I think it's like, it's almost kind of like this. I feel like the Teresa that she is now is the Teresa that she truly, really, genuine, really is. And the Teresa that she was when she first came on, like the party girl, the drugs and everything like that, wasn't really her, but it was coming from a time that she was with Mateo. So it gives like a little bit more insight.
And for those of you who are just listening, you should probably watch this episode online so you can see Tony's reaction just now. Because it's really hard to put into words.
I mean, anything I do is hard to put into words. All right.
So
Next!
I'm going to give you guys another opportunity to tell me how wonderful it is that my spectator is coming back. Yeah! Who's been saying it?
Do you think that a certain someone is giving this one information? Is someone giving you some information?
No.
Your predictions are
No,
awfully
I'm not.
accurate.
No, I'm not. And don't put that out there that Billy's telling me stuff because
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's what you're implying. Do not imply.
I didn't imply that.
No, I don't. I just
Girls.
Here's what I think. I think they're watching DISHIN Days. I think they're listening to us.
Listen, if they are watching
And our
DISHIN Days, if they're watching DISHIN Days, what happened to my role as Maxine's son?
You were a flower during Halloween. What else did you want? They're like,
You're there in
we'll show
spirit.
you. Be careful what you ask for
Right.
at Days of Our Lives.
Right.
No, I love so Adrian and
Jennifer.
and it really like kind of came out of nowhere too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was like Jen was like, oh, I kind of always wanted to buy it back, and he was like, girl, I got some money.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
Girl, let's do this. Let's do this.
And I loved how Adrian, and I knew right away that she was faking.
I didn't know. I
you
couldn't
didn't
tell.
know?
I actually didn't either.
I can
I
tell.
knew. I was like, she's just messing with her.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew because I get Adrian. We get each other.
You get each other.
Is she your spirit animal?
She is. I just loved it. It made me smile. I love the shots with Jack's picture in the background.
Yeah, I actually did
It was
too.
just everything this drag queen could ever.
I
want.
like how Jen was like, men. Like,
Yeah. Well, but also, then here comes Justin. How dare you take that away from the kid? And Adrian's like,
Girl.
boop, boop. And she's like, and you did it with my money. She was like, no.
Yeah.
I did it with my money.
yeah.
Mine.
Yep.
I
Mine.
wonder if Wally Kurth doesn't get upset in real life because he didn't seem that Justin didn't seem that upset to me.
I mean,
Like he was loud, but he didn't seem angry.
He seemed annoyed, not angry, but
Annoyed. Yeah.
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 But good. Now I wonder how the Spectator and with it coming back, how that's going to play into that now.
Do you think it's just going to be, just talk of the company, talk of the Spectator, like it's talk about Titan and
No.
talk about Basic Black, or do you think we're going to see like a set and?
I hope we're gonna see
I
a
hope
set.
so.
I really do.
Yeah, I hope so.
I really, really do.
I hope it's not
I'm just
just-
pulling up my notes because I did put stuff on my phone. So
I hope it's not
see if
just
there's
going to be like, oh yeah, we have the Spectator, and then it's nothing. Maybe we'll see Jennifer leave the hospital and work at the Spectator.
Yeah.
We shall see.
She hasn't been at the hospital
I
in a
hope.
minute.
I hope
Well,
that
she's been getting herself together. You know, she was on pills.
I want Nicole to go back to being a reporter. Mm-hmm. I just thought that was like the most perfect job for her.
Yeah, maybe she will.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I would like that. I would like that a lot.
Moving on.
Next.
Okay, so, because we are girls of the millennium, we have to talk about Paul, Sonny, and Spencer. I do like that they brought Spencer back. I know I'm a little late. I do like that they brought Spencer back.
I do too.
I like that there is this unspoken reawakening of the chemistry that Sonny and Paul have, but they're trying to ignore it. But it's like there. I kind of hate that, like, if they're going to go that route and it's going to be like a three thing, that it seems like Spencer's going to be...
Are you feeling that
Wait,
too?
It's not Spencer, it's
Derek,
Derek.
yeah.
Derek. Spencer's his real name.
Right.
Derek is his character name. Sorry. My bad.
Spencer.
Sorry, Spencer. What? Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I don't know. I just thought that was really funny.
But
Yeah, no, I get the vibe too that they're doing a three thing.
Yeah. But, like, Derek's going to be left out to dry again. Unless they insert Maxine's son to come and comfort Derek.
That's what they're talking about in the writers' room, right?
It's come up a couple times and I've poo-pooed it.
Okay, so I did get
You're crazy today.
I did get a
Today.
a
Just
tweet
today.
from someone, and they were like, "Ooh, like Sonny, Derek, and Paul are kind of like using the gay lingo." So I was like, "Oh, are they like girl and all this kind of stuff?" No. So let me explain the type of gays that are being portrayed between Paul, Sonny, and Derek. They are what we like to call the masculine gays.
Masculine gays.
They're very mask for mask. That's what they are.
Can't believe we're talking about this.
They are bros. They were watching football and
Drinking beer. I mean,
cheering for it.
In green tights.
In Lycra.
But but we did say, or maybe I said it, I feel like when he talked about being in the green tights, I feel like we said, I would have loved to seen that. So I thought it was cute that they actually
saw
did
it?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That they ended up showing it to us. So.
Yeah. So, but I like seeing that, they didn't let Paul's gayness go. They're like, there's some chemistry between
I
Paul
can't
and
believe
Sonny.
that was ever actually a question that they were going to. I mean, I
Well-
know a lot of people thought that.
What?
That
Yeah.
they were going to either like brainwash the gay away.
Oh, yeah.
Or just kind of move on because then they had him with Gabby. I'm glad that they decided, if that was even a real possibility, not to do it.
Yeah. So we'll see how that develops. All right, so now we're going to open the phone lines to find out what you guys thought about this week of Days of Our Lives. The number is 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. Let everyone know, let us all know what you thought about this week of Days. What was your favorite storyline? What you liked, what you didn't like, what you are expecting to see, all that kind of stuff. And until we get phone calls, we'll just kind of chuck along. So we'll go into our segments now.
Okay.
Which is starting with mine. Oh my God, I feel like I haven't done this in so long.
You haven't.
We'll start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right, so let me pull up my notes because this 3 Snaps Award is that moment when, you know, when you have that moment when you're talking to someone and someone tries to, you know, bring up your tea. And, like, you have to be like, oh, no, because you did the same thing. So my 3 Snaps Award goes to Teresa when she was talking to Kim. And when Kim asked her, but what if you have to make love to him? And then Teresa was like, well, I'll just have to do, you know, cross that bridge when I get to it. And then she was like, remember, you slept with Victor in order to save Dad. And I was like,
And it was
How many snaps
just
was
like
that?
that.
If you know it was.
Yeah. I almost started doing the cha-cha on that. Yeah.
The official 13 Snaps Award.
Yes. So Teresa Donovan, for spilling the tea and throwing the tea back in her mom's face, gets Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right, and now let's move on to Matthew's Choice.
Matthew's Choice. I have a fun little photo for us.
Okay.
We just talked about them.
Yes.
Mark, take a look. I don't really have much to say. You can see for yourselves. I could have watched this story all week
day.
long.
You know what? Now that I look at all the costumes together, it's real gay.
It is, yeah.
I mean,
I'm curious if they actually thought, like, what can we put you guys in that's going to come off really gay?
yeah.
I'm curious if that was a conversation.
And they were like, cowboy, check.
yeah,
Boxer, check. Superhero in
Lycra.
check.
I have nothing. That's it.
That's
That's Matthew's choice.
Matthew's choice for dinner at home.
Did you happen to get the photo for the disaster, Alexis?
Yeah, I'm just grabbing it right now.
Okay.
Actually, while you were chatting.
Chatting.
Oh, dear God. What is happening in this picture?
That was going to be the disaster had we gone through with it.
Just a
What, that hair?
The hair.
I mean, I live for the hair.
You liked the hair?
I mean, it's very, you know.
it didn't bother me.
It's very classy.
I'm used to. I mean,
rich
she's
woman.
had that
Weird to me.
hair for a while. It's just really.
Full.
I don't even think that. I think it's because it's so
Maybe
bright.
that's the way it's cut and it's bright, maybe?
Look
Maybe.
at their reactions though. I just
love seeing them,
I
though.
looked up and that was the look that I saw, and then they cut away, I think, back to Teresa, and I was like, whoa.
Gotta take it back.
Hang on.
Gotta take it
One
back.
second.
It's a little weird.
I was like,
I'm with you there, Matt.
so
OMG.
that is
All that.
the disaster moment of the week.
Sweet.
Oh boy. And that has been / disaster.
Yeah.
All right, and now it's time for
Mark's quote of the week.
My quote of the week this week will be going to
dun, 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 dun.
Miss Patrika Darbo.
Oh.
When she was talking to Deimos, we talked a little bit about this. She says, "Oh, well, that sounds like a threat to me. So why don't you try this on for size, Mr. Big Shot Kyriakis? Get the hell away from me and leave my daughter alone." I just love just her attitude, and it was funny. I was writing it down. That's why Philip was watching the scene with me, and he's like, "Ooh, she told him." That's why she's getting my quote of the week. He's like, "Yeah, I think so too."
Yeah. No, that was
So my
that was a
husband
good one.
Approved of my quote of the week.
And that has been
Mark's Quote of the week.
And now it's time for Fan of the Week.
Fan of the week, I'm going to give it to, I have to look at her name on Twitter.
I think he's giving it to me this week.
No.
Matthew will always figure out how to. You're like Mark.
My fan of the week is going to go to Euphoria at Days Jayy. Days Jayy.
Days J.
Days J.
Days J.
Because
At Days J.
that's what he said.
That's how it's meant to
But he or Jay, I guess he,
Jay.
tweeted me when he
What's
saw
Everything.
Daniel
be. Oh, Mark's
scenes,
just talking about
Who
Days
scenes?
J.
the Daniel Jonah scenes.
Yeah.
And he's like, Lorraine, be ready for today's episode. #Days. And then there was a GIF of this guy being like rushed into an ambulance with a mask. I couldn't stop laughing. It really genuinely made me laugh out loud. So I was like, oh my God, you gotta get my fan of the week. So, and yes, Kristen Bolin, am I saying that right? Kristen? You know Kristen. She did tweet a GIF as well, but I just happened to see his first, and it really made me laugh.
That is hilarious.
Who got it?
Jay's J.
No.
No, that's not
No,
right.
don't do it. Don't do it, Matt.
I'm not doing it.
And we have 2 callers.
Perfect timing.
And that
Maybe
has
it's
been
Euphoria.
that has been your fan of the week, and now we are going to take your calls, and we'll start with whichever one you want to click on. Alexis.
Here we go. We'll start with this one. This one
There
came
we
in
go.
first. Oh,
Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
They hung up.
Nope. Okay, bye.
We got
girl.
tired of waiting.
Did they
Hold
both
on.
hang up?
yeah, everybody hung up.
Okay, so our
Everybody.
phone lines.
Wait,
there we go.
Go for it.
Everybody be hanging.
Hello, caller. You are on live on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tony. It's Jillian from Dallas. How are
Hello.
you?
We're great. How are you?
I'm fine. Where were you last week?
Well.
I
Okay.
called you out.
Right.
I missed you.
oh,
And I also missed James, but I remembered that Matthew's name is Matthew. So, yay.
Yeah.
You're getting good,
It only
girl.
took 9 months, but she
Right.
got it.
Well, the past few weeks I've been traveling, so I haven't been able to be here, but but I'm back now.
Well, good.
Yay.
Good, because I missed you.
Oh,
Missed you very much.
I missed you guys too.
Now, are you going to be at Day of Days?
Are you
Let's not tell them. Let's not tell them who's going to be there.
It's a surprise if we're gonna be there or not.
Okay. All right. See, I told Matthew and Mark last week the only acceptable answer is yes.
We're gonna have a little girl chat after the show and figure out what we're gonna do. So yeah, are you coming to Day of
Okay.
Days?
All right. Well, you guys were telling everybody about Stephen Nichols and Mary Beth Evans' little,
Right.
not little,
They're-
they're doing bits of a play
Yes.
Mhm.
on
Staged
Sunday.
reading.
Yes.
I'm going to be there.
Oh, good.
So y'all are warned. Y'all are warned.
We're okay. Thank you. She,
Okay.
she likes to jump out at us.
Oh.
I don't jump. I don't jump. I'm too
She just kind of
I just
glides.
freak out when I hear your name, when I hear your voices, and then I, yell and
That
politely hug people.
that made our
Okay.
You made our day.
yeah.
You made our day.
because we literally
My day.
walked through like. No one's gonna know who we are.
Well,
like,
I said,
we
and I
weren't
think
even
we
thinking
talked
that.
about it like the next day, and I said I think the thing that shocked me the most was like your reaction and other people's reaction, because I didn't honestly think anyone that was at Day of Days really watched. I mean, not saying that you guys didn't watch, but like I don't know, like it just didn't dawn on me that we would walk through and people would know us by name.
Yeah.
So I was
Okay.
it completely threw me. Like I was like, okay.
Okay.
So no,
Yeah.
it was sweet. It was very,
And the
very
fact
sweet.
that she recognized us by our voices.
Right, exactly.
only. Yeah, that
Exactly.
was good. Yeah. Well, hopefully,
I mean, mine's very diluted and common. So
what's diluted is your
Whatever.
thought.
Diluted's a good word, Mark.
Yes. Well, hopefully you're in town and you're planning on coming to our meet and greet that's happening on Saturday.
Saturday we'll definitely really be here at the studios. So.
Yes, so make sure you are here too.
Oh, well, that's great. Then I'll be looking for you because, yes, I'm going to Day of
Yay!
Days. I only have a couple of people that I want to sign my book. And, you know, if you guys wouldn't mind signing my Day of Days book.
Love to.
I
Mine's
know
not
you're
worth
not
much,
in it,
but
Maxine's son, but you should be.
I should be. I should be. I'm probably in the back.
and Matthew's gonna sign it. New guy.
No.
So, really quick before we have to move on, what did you think about this week of Days of Our Lives? Overall, what did you think
If
about
you had
this
to give
week?
it a grade, A, B, C, D, F, what would you give it this week?
I would give it an A. I'd give it an A.
Good.
I'd like to give it an A plus, but you know, they just come on.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you.
I mean, it's because you know, it's like I've been watching since the late '70s. That's not that old, and that's why you know. That's kind of why I knew who you guys were, because anything that's related to Days, and I'm not the only person, there's way more crazy people, they're not crazy, way more involved people that love love Day of Days, love Days of Our Lives, and love anything that involves Days of Our Lives. So, you know, I mean, I understand that you guys were surprised that I was just surprised that you weren't, like, you know, protected, especially when I got you.
We're soldiers.
I'm completely freaked out. I'm just happy I didn't drop my phone on the ground.
All right. Well, thank you, Alexis. Thank you so much for calling in, and we hope that we will bump into you again at Day of Days.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We will see you.
We'll see you soon.
And I'm much calmer now.
Okay, good.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right, let's take our next caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Carolyn calling from Connecticut.
Hey, Carolyn. How are you?
Good, getting excited
Good.
for
Yes.
this coming week.
Yes.
I'm actually getting on an airplane, oh my God, on Wednesday. I can't believe it.
Good. You'll be fine.
You're gonna be fine.
Just take all the peanuts and snacks that they give out for free. That's what I do.
Or just get tanked like I
and
do.
maybe a couple of knockout drugs wouldn't hurt either.
So what did you think about this week of Days?
I have to say, I really loved, for me, one of the highlights was the Chad and Hope scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought those were really, really well done, and they just both crushed them because I felt their pain.
Yeah.
Both.
I agree.
And so I really like that. And when you were talking about grading things earlier, the grading of the exits, first of all, I thought, you know, you had three really amazing actors as those three villains. And so I was glad they at least gave each one their own exit.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
that
I
was
thought
nice.
that was good.
Yeah, so that way it wasn't like, you know, they came in together, they leave together, they each had their own like individual ways of like leaving, which was great. Yeah, I agree with you.
Carolyn, Lawrence Falk II says hello from Connecticut. He's
hi,
in the chat room.
Oh, shout out to Lawrence. He watches our Finding Prince Charming after show here. So
Lawrence also says to you, Carolyn, ride them planes.
I will. I'm getting to LA. I'm going to be there.
Well, you know what?
I'm going.
I'll tell you something. When I was coming back, I think from Ohio, I don't remember where I was flying somewhere, and I asked for a white wine, and she was like, "Oh, do you want the regular or the premium?" And of course, I said premium. But I didn't know that premium meant a half bottle. Like she pulled. It was huge. I was like, girl, hide that. I would get 2 little ones so people don't see that. I couldn't even fit it in. I was like, what?
I bet the people next to you were like.
So, yeah. So I will suggest for you, if you have a fear of flying, get the premium wine and you'll be fine, girl.
There you go.
Premium it up.
That sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Carolyn, as always, for calling in, and we can't wait to see you this week.
I know, and your Saturday night thing, I can't wait to hear who's coming.
Yes, well, stay tuned because we have an announcement about that coming up in a few.
Okie doke. All
All right.
right. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. All right, we have time for one, maybe two more callers. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey everybody, it's Jamel calling from
Jamel.
Hi, Jamel.
Jamel. Okay, what did you think about this week of days? What was your favorite moment?
You know, I think I agree with you, Tony. I thought that Teresa's that the reveal that she was leaving the show and how she leaving that shocked me. So and it's hard to do because I'm a little cynical when it comes to the story. So I really enjoyed it. I thought that I think that you was right again when you said that the way she came in as a wild child. She was getting high, she was drinking, she caused trouble. It sort of was like somebody went to the but it's a thing that she did when she first got there and just sort of did some homework and they matched it all up and it doesn't feel inauthentic to me. It feels pretty organic.
Yeah.
You know, and it feels like, okay, wow, they really just going to go, okay, well, she's a brilliant actress. We don't want to kill her off. We don't want to, do all the cliches. So let's just use her history again. So they used it with Xander, and it was a shock that she had a deeper history, and I didn't really need to see it. I believe that she was out there getting wild and had trouble before she went to Salem. So it was crazy. They caught up to her in a real devastating way. The scene she had with Victor was heartbreaking. I was really just like, damn, I can't believe I'm getting emotional with this what she was doing.
They're doing good then.
Yeah.
It's a good sign.
I mean, it may not be the smartest, but the material they give her, she's taking that material and running out the
She sure is.
strategy.
Yep. And she even said when she was here, she was really excited about how she was exiting, and she was happy with it. So that makes me happy as well.
Yeah, good. Well, I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh, I didn't see the preview, but I know it's probably gonna be good. There was something else I was gonna think, but the Teresa was good. Oh yeah, but the Chloe and again, that was another thing. I think that since I watched Born Beautiful, and when the characters came out as transgender, that took me down. That was like, what you say? So so it was a shock, and I didn't see it in none of the papers. So when the Daniel stuff happened this week, that was another shock. I was like, whoa, wait, and he was gone, but he was gracious enough to come back for a day or two or whatever to do these. That for me, it made it congruent. It made it feel pretty, organic. Yeah. It's like, okay, this is what happened. But I hope that what Mark said, and I hope that what he said is true because I hope that somebody else, impregnated Chloe.
Yeah.
That way, Chloe and Nicole can have a real battle, and that Chloe won't be the loser again. Because every time she battles somebody, she loses. Yeah. And I want her to be, like she was, like the winner field. So I hope that it's not what we think it is. I hope it's another twist coming. But I liked it. This week was pretty good. It was really emotional, and I was prepared for some of the things they do to people. So I was happy about that.
Well, if you're not reading it in the newspapers, you can check the Spectator. It might be in there.
We can find that online.
Well, thank you, caller.
Yes, thank you, Jamel, for calling in.
You're welcome.
She was a sip of her water. Are we taking?
All
right. Let's take one more call, and then we'll get into our news and gossip.
We do have one.
Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello.
Are you there? Hello.
Oh,
Hi,
okay.
this is Mark from Seattle.
All right, that was it. All right. Well, let's move on.
Alexis was like, no.
Let's move on to some news and gossip.
That's all right. News and gossip. Let's do it.
Oh, hold on. Get the caller out of the way.
AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV.
So as we discussed, Day of Days will be next week on November 12th at City Walk, Universal Studios. Meet the stars of NBC's hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives, and mingle with the fans of the show.
And right after Day of Days, we are having a meet and greet right here at our AfterBuzz TV studios. We are going to have prizes, pizza rolls, and some specials.
Oh, pizza rolls. Do I have to stop and get those?
Oh, no. We're going to discuss that later, girl.
Okay.
Girl.
Girl.
But we are happy to announce 3 of our day stars that are going to be popping in. And Alexis, do you have that photo?
I do.
Okay.
It is up now.
All right. So our 3 guests
I don't even know who these are.
Are going to be Hira Ambrosino, Marie Wilson, and Patricia Darbo.
Yay!
So they will all be stopping in, and we have many more people popping in. Those are the 3 that we got the okay to announce. But we have more people coming up, so make sure you stay tuned to our social medias to find out other people that will be popping in. And if you would like to come and join us on Saturday, November 12th from 7 to 9 p.m. here in our studios, make sure you go and get your free tickets at Eventbrite, or click on the link in our Instagram bio, or check the link on our Facebook.
Do we know
Twitter.
how many we have right now?
We have, I think we have 45 of the 60. Already done.
Are claimed.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there's not that many left. So, girl,
it's nobody that hates me.
And if you love,
get those tickets.
If you love Days of Our
It's okay,
Lives,
Mark. I'll protect you.
this meet and greet is for you.
Yes. Well, we talked about doing a meet and greet because we're so connected with our fans, and this is the one time where we can actually meet people. So
and
it's
they're
going to
here,
be fun.
and they're going to be here anyway. So.
Yeah. So it's going to be a
little
fun
Uber
event.
ride to North Hollywood.
Yes. And for those of you who are wondering, is it far from City Walk? It's not. It's a quick ride
Hop,
from
skip and a jump.
A skip and a jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that far. No, because
I think
it's
it's about 15 minutes, I think, because I've had to work at not Six Flags, oh my word, Universal, and have to get back here to work at night. So, and it usually takes me, if there's no traffic, about anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it just depends on what.
If I'm driving 5.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll come and pick everybody up in the AfterBuzz van.
Good luck with that. I just looked at our tickets. Yes, we've done 45. We only have 15 tickets left.
Only 15 left.
How many left?
So 15. So make sure you get them, and we can't wait to see you guys on
We need
Saturday.
a head count for the pizza rolls.
Yes.
Yeah, and how many hugs I have to give out.
Yes.
Right?
Because Alexis will be there.
Alexis is going to be there.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
Alexis?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
I'm gonna be looking,
She's like, yeah, that's what I just said.
I mean, I might be a little tired because I'll be looking at venues all morning, but yes, I will be there.
Okay. Good.
Oh, and what venues for what event?
No, we don't have to talk about that. That's not, it's okay.
I think they know. I think they know.
Tony, keep it together, girl.
Somebody's getting married!
Oh,
Yes.
that?
I'll be in Anaheim all morning.
Yes.
So.
Well, girl, come here for some pizza
Well,
rolls.
just
Heck
know
yeah.
when you get here, come hungry and thirsty because we'll have pizza rolls and
Wine.
And drink, yes, and
Yeah.
wine. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're just classy ladies up in
We
here.
are classy. They're not going to be wine in wine glasses, but a cup.
A red cup, probably.
Red Solo
It's the only way you
cup.
can do it.
Yeah. All right, and
Hit
one
'em,
last
Mark.
thing.
And then also, if you guys are going to be in town for Day of Days and the meet and greet here at AfterBuzz, you might as well stay another day and see Mary Beth Evans and Stephen Nichols do their staged reading of Annapurna at Barnsdall Park in Los Feliz. And if you are interested in tickets for that, it's www.owss.net is where you can get the tickets for that. It's Sunday, November 13th at Barnsdall Gallery Theater on Hollywood Boulevard from 7 to 10:30. At 7, doors open. 7:30 to 8:30 is the performance with a brief Q&A. And then 8:30 to 10:30 is dessert and cocktail reception. So
Love it.
it would be a fun, I mean, if you're in town,
Yeah.
I don't see why you shouldn't go. I think it would be a hoot. A hoot nanny.
A hoot and a nanny.
A hoot nanny.
Yeah.
A hoot nanny.
All right.
Hoot nanny.
And now, really quick, some predictions.
I think I already made a prediction, didn't I? I feel like I did. I feel like I do it during the show, and I should wait till
It's okay. You've been doing this for almost 2 years
when
now.
they do these lights, and they say prediction.
Well, I will say this as a prediction for next week.
Okay.
And not to give
Well, 'cause you
anything
saw
away.
it.
I did. And not to give anything away.
You can't give a prediction if you've seen the spoiler.
Of course.
You can't do it.
This is what I predict is going to happen based on what I saw.
Cue the outro music, Alexis.
There's a super couple that gets back together.
Okay. I know.
There's an addiction that happens. Oh, Alexis, you completely tried my life.
Yes, she did.
How dare you? No pizza rolls for you.
Dang it.
I'll send you some of mine, Alexis.
A super couple gets back together, an addiction happens, and someone confesses to cheating.
Oh, so Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives
So
happen.
it's-
All
So
on the
it's-
next
so
week's
it's
episodes of Days of Our
Tuesday.
Lives.
Yeah.
So it's Tuesday.
right.
Wait, I did have what did I say during the show? There was something I predicted.
None of us were listening. None of the two of us.
I mean, this is
were
kind of
listening.
true. I
Were you
can't
listening?
even remember. It probably had something to do with Bill.
I predict what I said earlier in the show happening.
That. And if you want to know, we'll wind it back.
How about those bananas?
Oh. And that has been your recap of the wonderful hit NBC soap opera Days of Our Lives. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's for the show, not for you.
Before we head out, burn. Before we head out, gentlemen, ladies.
Hair, tell them where they can find you.
My hair you can find on Twitter at livin4thehair, or you can find me that's attached to the hair at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE, and I'm on Tumblr, which I still don't understand.
And if you love you some Matthew Evan Paine, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Matthew E. Paine.
And of course, you guys can find me, Tony Moore, on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dishin Days. We'll be back next week for another wonderful recap of Days of Our Lives. Until then, bye.
Executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Girl, buzz you later.
Herein are those of the hosts only, do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.